Located in south central Virginia along the North Carolina border, even some of the locals say Mecklenburg County is in the middle of nowhere, but that's part of what makes it a great place to farm. Mecklenburg County has long been associated with tobacco farming, but unlike many other Virginia communities that have transitioned away from the crop since the federal tobacco buyout in 2004, Mecklenburg County is still primarily tobacco country. It sits along the traditional Old Belt tobacco growing region in the southeastern U.S. While tobacco continues to be a valuable crop, local farmers have been harvesting less in recent years as they switch to other commodities.
We're very diversified, grow a lot of soybeans. Beans are up right now, grow some corn, wheat, but tobacco is the main, your cash crop. And the only thing I think right now that's keeping us in a worldwide market is because we're in the Old Belt and we grow a quality of tobacco that the smoking characteristics and the flavor and all, you can't grow it anywhere else in the world.
Moody has lived in the county his whole life. One of the biggest changes he's seen is an influx of new residents brought about by the development of Lake Gaston in the 1960s. Created when the Roanoke River was dammed to prevent flooding, the lake has attracted many part-time residents who own vacation homes. Some of these new residents end up retiring to the area and often visit Rosemont Winery in the northern part of the county. Stephen Rose grew up in Mecklenburg County, left for a career with Dow Chemical, and returned home to start a vineyard venture with his family.
My family's been here since 1858. We are a century farm. I'm the fifth generation. My son Justin is the winemaker. He's the sixth, and hopefully we've got some grandchildren to be the seventh generation. I didn't want to do tobacco or cows. Had done that. I wanted something else that could challenge me. I found out that Virginia was putting a lot of emphasis on growing wine grapes. In fact, we have about 1,400 wine club members. And for a winery that's basically in the middle of nowhere, that's pretty good.
Rose bottled his first wine in 2008, marking 150 years that his family has farmed their land. They allow club members to adopt a row and plant 6 vines of their own to give them a stake in the winery's success. But even with the success of agritourism operations like this, tobacco is still king in Mecklenburg County. There are a total of 512 farms in Mecklenburg County, covering 141,000 acres. The market value of all agricultural products is $49,966,000. Crops make up the vast majority of that, bringing in just over $45 million. Tobacco accounts for $29,688,000. Grains bring in $7,559,000, while nurseries and greenhouses produce $4,063,000. Hay and other crops bring in $2,359,000. Livestock accounts for $4,964,000, with cattle and calves bringing in $3,893,000. This is a community where agriculture is highly valued.
Agriculture, especially grain, has really grown a lot in the last 15 to 20 years in Mecklenburg County. They always say if it was somebody's yard, they planted in soybeans here because you can't find hardly land in Mecklenburg County because if it's agricultural land in Mecklenburg County sitting idle, it's rare somewhere. Most of it's in production, whether it be hay, grain, or tobacco.
Except for attending college, Sterling Wilkinson has farmed here all his life. The third-generation tobacco farmer tried growing hemp after it was legalized. He was successful at growing the crop, but hasn't found a profitable market for it yet. He and other hemp growers are waiting for that industry to mature before getting back in.
I still think there's a lot of potential for it, but among many other factors, overproduction and lack of regulation via government led to overproduction, which in turn led to lower prices. So the margin just isn't there. It's a very costly crop to grow and to not get a return. That was where we decided to scale back. But I'm certainly not giving up on it yet.
Wilkinson's main crop continues to be tobacco, as it has been for generations of farmers in Mecklenburg County. Several towns, including South Hill, grew up around local tobacco warehouses. Before 2004, tobacco was largely sold at auction, as it had been for centuries.
It's still the staple of the economy. and we hope to continue to be a good producer. We have 2 tobacco receiving stations here in Mecklenburg County, which we're thankful for. It helps the area and the production. You know, we've got 3 different tobacco companies to where we have contracts for right here locally. Some other areas of the state, as well as other parts of the East Coast, you know, some of it's a lot been consolidated, but we're still very blessed to have two receiving stations here to where we can sell our product.
Virginia exported approximately 22.5 million pounds of tobacco from the 2021 crop. While many Virginia counties are moving away from growing tobacco, growers here have doubled down on it. That's an example of the determination found among the people of Mecklenburg County. It's not the first time they've dealt with changing market forces, and they're preparing for what lies ahead. In Mecklenburg County, I'm Burke Moeller reporting.